Hello there. Hello there. This is going to be possibly a less boring video or more boring video. All I have left at this point are these shelves and shelves of books, and I'll show you my strategy for dealing with them, and then I'm going to show you something else so you're not completely bored to death. But first, I need black. There we go. So back when I did Prometheus Powers, I tried to draw the library, and I wasn't very imaginative how I did it. I think it was just possibly laziness. Who knows? Um, but I just drew the lines in like this, and you want to make sure that your shelf is okay. But then you can. I was looking at the books here. Let's see. Key skill in drawing is, of course, observation, and they all have different heights. Sometimes it's a similar height, and then sometimes it's a different height. Um, Now, I know this would be really boring to watch the entire time, so I'm not going to subject you to that. But anyhow. Also, I'm using lots of black space. Let's do those three books at around the same size. Like maybe they're a series, so we got a little similar binding on them or something. And this book is tilted slightly. It's going to take a while to do this whole thing, obviously. But the effect of doing the whole thing should be pretty impressive once it's all done. I feel like I'll be doing this for a couple of days. Maybe while I'm watching Breaking Bad or whatever, I'll come up with a um, way to get it done. But anyways, so rather than make you watch that, I'll also show you today. I got my sketchbook. I have been thinking about doing Tarzan next. So I've got this Tarzan comic that I worked on. Maybe I can move this higher up. And this is about as far as I had gone last time, but I've added this Eden page. This is for another webcomic. And this is a start out. We're going to use the kind of the title block as a splash page kind of thing. There's the ship. And it starts with our unnamed snake-headed adventurer pushing open the path into this well, this quarantine zone. I think I've got a picture of the original here, so you can see. So this is Eden, so you can see there's the ship. I don't know if you can see it. And then there's the original splash page. So this is episode 2. And then there's our snake-headed adventurer who has no name. He's like the man with no name. And as we ended it, we were in this medical research quarantine area. You can see it says quarantine, and he's coming in. And he says something like, "How dangerous could this be?" So when we start the next one, he's going to be shoving open one of these doors. We don't know if how far he's advanced into the complex, but it's, some distance. And I'm going to give him some friendly other characters that he'll become allies with. And then I got back into Tarzan. So if we were back here, slight hiccup there. When we start with Tarzan, there's these 3 soldiers and the 1 captive, and then he takes out the one guy, he takes out the other guy, and then that's him taking him out. He's going to stab that guy, and then there's the other soldier. So basically a short combat sequence, nothing that big. It's not a big confrontation sequence, One of them's going to run away, and then he talks to the captive. And I had this idea of this is a contrast panel. What's that mean? If you look on Wally Wood, it's the number 22 of the 22 panels. High contrast. So we're going to do this high contrast panel between the two characters where she explains that her sister is already inside the thing. And then we zoom in on him. And then we're going to have them entering the ancient ruins. And I'm trying to figure out a way to do it like a down shot from behind and above. Um, I don't think I've quite got it here, so I might have to do some more drawing on this. And then this is to get back to Brillig for a second. These are the pages that are coming up. I wanted to do this thing with these frog. So there's a frog footman and a fish footman in Alice in Wonderland, and I drew both of them, but I think I really just like the frog for right now. So I'm going to make a bunch of these frogs, like not just one, but several, that wear the little footman's coat. It's like a little waistcoat. And despite how dapper they are, they're going to be dangerous. And they set up like an ambush. They're going to push some books over on Brillig, and then he sees two of them and he chases them, and then he ends up kind of like basically just blundering into an ambush. But then has a crazy battle against like a bunch of these frog guys, or something I think would be funny. I started trying to draw the card soldiers, and I'm having trouble with that with the design. This is closer to the Tenniel design, or even the Disney design is similar. The Disney design uses hearts for their faces. They have really weird abstract faces, which I'm not going to use. There's also the live action design, which is the armored cards, but I eventually came up with this thing, which is just to go back to the most basic shapes. It's very similar to my Scourge design, so we're going to put um, they're basically going to have this two of hearts look, and then we'll put their number on them somewhere. I think it's cool to have a number on them. I always would try and like do like a stencil style number on whenever I was doing riffs. You know, if I would have a bad guy, I would try and do that. And then I had an idea for the Cheshire Cat, and I just made the squirrel with stripes. Here's another one of those frogs. I've got to work on this design, the model, and get it correct, because it's hard to get a frog character on model, and the card guys as well, especially if you're going to try and show them like a bunch of them in battle. Not that I'm going to exactly do the greatest of jobs, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try and do a good job. Anyway, so that's what's going on with me lately. I guess I could officially add one page of Eden and 2 pages of Tarzan to my list, but I'm still on the hook to ink them, to get them actually drawn into. First of all, I scan them. This is how I usually do it. Where's Tarzan? So I'll have to like snap a picture of it and scan it, and then put it into my digital format. And then what I do is I just bust the opacity down, throw a layer on top, and then I'll start to try and get the forms and shapes in. So, anyways, that's my video for today. Hope you enjoyed that. Good times. Talk to you later.